Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniX Mag, and this is going to be the first of this kind of video where, for the first time, I am going to do a manga review. And today's manga review is actually One Piece chapter 1049, and it is a doozy. We are finally getting what seems to be a solid conclusion to the Luffy versus Kaido fight, and it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Now, that being said, I don't think Kaido being probably my favorite One Piece villain, there's so much to say in this chapter. They gave us so much backstory in these couple pages, and really, I don't even, yeah, Luffy won, but Luffy's 6-1 in matches versus Kaido, so whatever, yeah, the pro tag had to win, but I mean, Kaido put up one hell of a performance. That being said, I just want everybody to know, of course, yeah, that was kind of a spoiler, but I mean, you guys knew what you were getting into when you clicked on the video. But still, for bigger details, I'm going to give everybody a spoiler warning. Anything past here, besides me asking you guys to, like the video, comment on what your thoughts are on the chapter, subscribe to the channel, everything past this is going to be a solid spoiler. So, the way the chapter starts off, we get Luffy and Kaido still clashing. Kaido's still in his dragon form with the flames around it, and Luffy letting off his Bajrang gun, which is just the name. I mean, you can go all around YouTube and understand how the Hindu lore with the Hanuman and the enlightened just Monkey King, Monkey God, and Bajrang being part of that mythos, and just him naming it Bajrang gun. I don't know how Luffy got that just enlightened, educated to be able to make these references, but whatever, we're just gonna roll with it. Bajrang gun sounds so freaking cool. So they're still clashing, and Kaido is biting Luffy's fist, which I don't know, I don't really mind that, but it was kind of just whack a little bit to me, because Kaido was like, I'll melt you down. He was showing melting everything. I know armament hockey is on another level, and Luffy's armament hockey is advanced armament hockey. So yeah, okay, it shows him feeling the heat, feeling the burn, but he's not getting melted, of course. But yeah, the thing is halfway down Kaido's throat, he deep throat Kaido, last final form. But as he's doing this, Kaido, as per usual, as the man has earned the right to, is talking his shit. And he's saying you've come this far, but you'll never be able to change the world. Cue Kaido flashback. Now this flashback is really cool to me, because Kaido at one point thought that he could be Joy Boy, and these flashbacks kind of show me that his backstory isn't really it wasn't a villain's backstory. First off, he comes from the Kingdom of Vodka, which is hilarious because Kaido's always just slizzard off the goose. That just what's happening. So it's funny that he comes from, the Vodka Kingdom. But dude was 10 years old clapping entire military forces, to the point where people were like, yo, you're the strongest soldier. And that's just pretty ballin' to me. I'm a Kaido stan, and it's cool to know that at 10, homie was a real one. And then it flashes forward to him growing up, and he's already questioning the rule of the celestial dragons. Why do we have to listen to them? Why do you guys bend the knee? And his freaking town, they're a bunch of shills. They're a bunch of just celestial dragon simps. They are apparently not a part of the world government, but they are told by a Marine that they will be if they give up Kaido. And I guess that's a testament to how strong Kaido is. The world government wants him as a lapdog because of how strong he is, or maybe they wanted to kill him. Either way, they want Kaido out of the picture or on their side, and that's crazy already. So you go forward in time again, and I don't think there was another time skip, but he's literally in chains, and they tell him of this deal. So that's just kind of crazy. Kaido was just strong because he was strong, and he is just already kind of being persecuted because of this strength. Vaunted and then persecuted. Now this next part is hilarious to me, because Kaido's always getting captured. We've heard that he got captured a bunch of times. They tried to execute him a bunch of times, but we never really got closure, or not even closure. We never really got an insight to how they captured this monster. And then in a split little panel, a couple of panels, they're Kaido's escaped, and you see his bounty. And his bounty is wild, man. 70 million belly berry, and then it's not even he doesn't even have a mustache yet, bro. Like, he's still like young. And you have the Marines talking, like, didn't we catch this dude already? And then, like, some dude's like, I heard he gets captured every single time he's hungry. And so basically Kaido is like, he gets captured, and then he is getting that free room and board, that food, and then he just breaks out again when he's ready. So, like, he's the most thuggin' bum of all time. Homie is just like, man, I'm hungry and I'm broke. So he gets captured, and then he's like, wow, belly full, deuces, and he just dips. And that's just kind of just freaking hilarious, you know? So you have Kaido, like, just clapping cheeks left and right, and eventually it looks like he just, through sheer just measure of his stature, he is able to get the collective eye of Rocks and his pirates looking at him. We get a panel with a younger Whitebeard, do-rag Whitebeard is an aesthetic. Like, I want, in games and cards, I want more just things of do-rag Whitebeard. But he comes over and he's like, yo, Rocks wants to see you. And there's like, just seems to be, I'm not sure if there's a skip of time or if this is like close to it. No, I think it actually is a skip of time, because the next thing says Rocks, or he has joined the Rocks Pirates. And then you have a silhouette that turns out to be Big Mom before she got so big, back when Big Mom was, back when I would have gladly contributed to the Charlotte Pirates myself. Yeah, she's over here saying like that something has happened, and you know, you get the news that Rocks have been taken down, and they make an allusion to Garp. They don't mention Roger, which is kind of wild, but they do talk about Garp throwing hands. So I do want to see Garp in action. It would really be cool to see a flashback of that God Island, just to see Rocks get thrashed by Roger as well as Garp. I want to see them using hockey in the most like pivotal fight of their lives. But it flashes forward, and now Kaido's starting to get like that badass goatee that we know him have. I mean, not really goatee. I mean, it's more like that mustache, but you know what I'm saying. And yeah, he's been talked to by this person. I'm so sorry, I don't remember the name off the top of my head. And this person is just like pretty much saying that Kaido has become the embodiment of brutality. That he is just like so strong now, and that right now that's pretty much fine because the world will be solved through strength. Like that his strength, his absolute strength, will become a pillar that equalizes everything. Like just he is the rule in this world because of his strength. And Kaido's just pretty much like, all right, survival of the fittest, bet, I agree. And that's just tight. And pretty much Kaido declares at this point that the Rocks crew will just essentially dictate everything else that happens in the world. And it's kind of crazy because 3 of the Rocks crew members become Yonko. So he's not really wrong. Like, they were untouchable by the government, by the you know, the Marines. It's just crazy. So he's just pretty much like, yes, might will make right, and he's doing this. And he comes out and he's pretty much like leading like a rebellion almost. Like let's show these, he calls them peace-loving nobles, the reality, the harsh reality or hellish reality, I think, of war. And he, you know, raises his club, and everybody, there's a better name for the club, I'm so sorry, but he raises it and everybody's like cheering. And so like Kaido comes off as like almost like a liberator almost at this point, like a dude that just does what he needs to do via strength. And so somewhere along the line, like, this dude is different. Like before, like, it's like, yes, he ruled through brute strength and that was like how he was indomitable, but it wasn't like he was evil, you know? He was just him. But somewhere along the line, this changed. Like, this looks like it changed. But this is the part now that kind of gets crazy. It shows a conversation between Kaido and King, and it's just really, really cool. Like, Kaido has a smile on his face, and he establishes himself not as a potential Joy Boy, but as a measuring stick for Joy Boy. I apologize. I'm about to summon Indoken, and I am farming while I'm talking, so it just is what it is. But he's actually putting himself as a measuring stick for Joy Boy. Like, he tells King, he's like, if Joy Boy is the same man that you're waiting for, then I know who he is. And then you have the resolution of the fight. Like, you have just freaking like a CP dude running away. He's skywalking away from Onigashima, and he's just like, yo, getting out of here, and the clash is happening, and it cuts to Momo. I know this is an important subplot. I don't really care much about it, but maybe that's just because I'm goofy. But Momo is struggling to make the flame clouds come out, which is kind of what he's been doing for the past like 19 chapters. And he needs to move it out of the way because the Luffy's attack will destroy Onigashima with everybody on it. The waters of Zoa start going throughout the entire place. You get kind of like panels of everybody kind of dealing with the waters in their own way, getting swept away, swimming through it, etc., etc. You have Denjiro getting some honey time, you know, just kind of being like, you've endured for so long, and, you know, like, just the Kozuki person is just clinging on. That is who she is, right? I need to brush up. I'm sorry. It's a little late. A little foggy. But the you know, like the pivotal moment, you have like the Onish. Oh, wow. But the pivotal moment, Onigashima is about to fall. It's got no clouds on it. Kaido is clearly expending everything he has to fight Luffy. He's biting down on the fist, and then he asks Luffy, what kind of world would you like to make? And, you know, just Momo is just going off. He's trying to make his flame clouds, and Luffy like just goes double down hard, and he says he would like to make a world where all of his friends can eat whenever and how much they like. I think it's as much as they like. And he just goes full throttle at Kaido. Kaido gets smashed in the face, loses one of his horns, and just completely gets thrashed. Like, dude flies down to the ground. Dude ends up in the ground. Luffy, I think, screamed like, that's my kind of world. And you get this really cool like split panel where he's like bearing down on Kaido with the full force of his attack. Look at his sandals, dude. Look at his sandals. How does Luffy fight with sandals? His sandals have the strongest grip of all time. Like, this dude has been doing a crazy amount. And it's just like, whatever, like, that's a nitpick. But Kaido gets bodied. The lanterns are going out with wishes, like destroy the scary dragon, restore the Kozuki clan. Kaido gets pushed down into the earth. By the way, Onigashima got moved out the way. Like, Momo actually made the clouds and pushed out of the way. So, hooray! And, you know, Kaido has the rest of his flashback as he's getting bodied. And he's like, Joy Boy is the man who will defeat me. And in complete confidence, King goes, I don't think he'll ever appear then. And then, you know, you have Kaido getting laid out. You have Momo falling on the floor due to exhaustion. And you just have like Luffy actually falling out of the sky due to exhaustion. And that's the end of the chapter. So it's kind of weird. One Piece is on break next week. It's a 20 years in the making because that's how long Wano has just been like under control. And I really do feel like this chapter was just amazing. Like, now granted, I will say it is kind of wild because with how much hype has been built up, it's really weird to see their final clash just be one punch. The flashback was super satisfying. But I don't know, like, I am so happy this chapter is here. And I am so happy that, you know, this chapter was able to finally bring a close to this battle. Rest in peace to all these Zoro kills Kaido people. I am actually really sad that Zoro was not able to come back. But you know what? I've seen this 20 years in the making thing. Like, they didn't say Kaido dies. Like, they didn't say that Kaido lost, and Kaido got hit, but like Kaido is like super strong. So like, what if Kaido still can come back? I mean, maybe I'm seeing like a Zoro tard, but like, what if Kaido still comes back and Zoro still gets that cut on him to put him back down? I mean, I wouldn't want that because this needs to be Luffy's definitive win. Luffy has not won a straight up fight in a little bit, but it's so weird. They built up Zoro so much to have Zoro like not do anything, and I am so sad. So maybe we'll get something, maybe we won't. There's not really a chance to like know right now. We're gonna have it's gonna be 2 weeks before we get our next chapter, but I am fairly pleased with what we got here. I think that it is pretty cool. I think that, you know, it's crazy to see such a monumental arc where so much stuff was blown wide open finally be concluded. There wasn't a lot of fighting in this one, mainly because it was just the same clash. The flashbacks, a-okay. I didn't really care about Zoa's water. going through everywhere. And then every time I see Momo trying to make flame clouds, I'm just like, dude, just do it already. But I understand, dramatic tension. Either way, I think this is a pretty good chapter. I am so excited to see the fallout of this chapter more than anything. Two Yonkos were just taken down. Luffy just became Joy Boy. He just liberated the country. Hopefully we still get to see a little more from Zoro. I would love to see something else from Zoro, but this is crazy, and I feel like we're still about to get some bombs just at the end of this arc, because this is the end of the fight, but there are so many ramifications that come through it. Either way, this is the first time I've ever done this, so let me know how it was. Let me know in the comments, and I'll get sharper, because I just like talking about this sort of stuff. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you the next time you decide to join UniX Mag, and I don't know what it's going to be for. It might be for My Hero Academia. We might put up that. We'll end up having to see. But either way, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys the next time you decide to join me in Universe X. And by the way, I definitely have other channels. On UniX DBS, I cover the Dragon Ball Super card games, soon to be the One Piece card game as well. Maybe a little Digimon thrown in there, we'll see. And we're revealing the last of, or we're going over the last of the archetypes for the new set Ultimate Squad, as well as going over the secret rare. And then last but not least, on UniX DB, I'll be pulling for the new Tech LR Goku and Gohan from the Cell Saga. So if you're into any of those things, just join me in those channels. So thanks, I'll see you later, bye.